Right, well the sun's come out again and it's dry, so I decided to go back to the car and get the camera and the stabiliser. So here we are. So here I am on Lindisfarne, the Holy Island, and the weather's turned rather nice now, a bit chilly, a bit windy, but apart from that, not bad. And over there is the castle. The castle's currently closed for renovation, but it'll open up I think in March. All the scaffolding will be gone. But I've never been here before, so I thought I would have a little look. Isn't this just beautiful? Splendid. This is the way to live. beautiful. Not me, the place. Fantastic. Turned out to be a lovely day now. What, the rain earlier, it was looking a bit rubbish, but this is just splendid. Lovely. There's still some big clouds, but I think we'll be alright. Some nice waves over there. Well, this is splendid. And there's the castle behind me. It's closed for renovation at the moment. But even with all that scaffolding, I think it still looks a majestic thing. And further back in the fields there is the famous gardens as well, but I think I'll leave those for a trip a bit later in the year when the castle's open and the plants are probably a bit more bright and flowery. That shows how much I know about plants. Just fit through there. Not that fat, honest. There we go. The garden. Designer Gertrude Jekyll. What a name. Year round must see. That's just over there behind the scaffolding, behind the fencing. But that is still a majestic sight. Even with all of the scaffolding and building work, still pretty good. This is quite fun. Lovely location. And you've got the unique combination of the smell of the sea and the smell of sheep and associated smells and associated hazards while walking as well. There's the walled garden. Not much to see in there at the moment, I don't think, but still a lovely day, still worth the trip out and a little walk around. And that castle, even with all that scaffolding, there's still a thing of beauty. In fact, the scaffolding itself is quite majestic in its own right from an engineering standpoint. It's pretty standard stuff, but just the sheer amount of it is kind of nice in a strange, satisfying, autistic kind of way. Getting a bit squishy underfoot. Have to try and watch my step, otherwise I shall end up with smelly boots. Don't want that. Not on a Sunday. Oh, I've discovered something interesting today while doing this little trip out to Lindisfarne. There are no roller coasters and no railways here, but that's not a problem, because when you've got views like this, you don't need railways and roller coasters. I mean, just look at it. That's just brilliant. Need to do this sort of thing more often. Just randomly go out for a walk. Well, okay. About 40 minutes drive and then about an hour and a half walking. But even on a day like this where it's not particularly bright, but it's pretty calm now. It's dried up for now. Although the clouds are a bit dark out there. Still a great day for a walk, and I've got just under 2 hours until the, according to the tide tables, the causeway becomes unsafe to cross to get back to the mainland, so carry on walking. I'll see if I can walk round here. I'm not sure if you can walk all the way around with the building work at the moment, but we'll see. If not, I'll just have to go back the way I've come. But I'm enjoying this, all on my own, having a walk on the Holy Island. And I'm not religious, but it's still just a very pleasant, calming place to be. And I need pleasant, calming experiences in life. I'm too prone to becoming not calm and feeling not so pleasant. But this sort of thing does make me feel kind of happy, which is nice. It is getting a bit darker, but let's see how it goes. Right, here we go. We've hit a motherload of views. Well, it's not bad, at least. Quite a steep little hill to walk up as well. But I need exercise. Right. Now we've got my ugly face in shot. Splendid. That's a lot of scaffolding. Right, time to walk down a hill. Probably going to fall over. I'm alive. Made it. Right, going for something even more precarious now. I have decided to go down the rocks onto the beach. Made it so far. I think I've done a difficult bit actually. Where shall I go now? What about down here somewhere? I seem to be surviving. For someone who's usually rubbish at walking and climbing and things, I'm still alive. Let's go this way. Funny enough, the pebbles are kind of like rather large marbles. And I need to split myself in half, but I haven't. Listen, that's brilliant. Ooh. I believe that over there is an old kiln. Gonna have a quick look. Right. I can't remember exactly what the internet said about the place behind me, but there appears to be a signboard in there, and you appear to be able to walk inside. So let's go and have a look, shall we? Bit confused. Perhaps it's closed off at the moment. Don't seem to be able to get access. I'll have a look round the other side. Well, I ain't going in there. No chance, I'd get stuck. Can you get in round this side? There we go. Lime kilns at Castle Point. Among the largest, most complex and best preserved lime kilns in Northumberland, these kilns produced quick lime for a variety of uses such as agricultural fertiliser, mortar for buildings and whitewash. Oofed. Splendid. Oh, it's nice and cool in here. I do hope there's nobody else in here right now, otherwise I'm going to make myself to be a right tit. But when has that ever stopped me, and do I care? Hmm. Right, I think I need to head off back towards the main village now. Lovely. Lovely pitched arch. Whoa. Lovely bit of ancient civil engineering. I should go out the way I came in, on account of the fact that that appears to be the only way to do that. Let's have a walk up these steps. Ooh, big hole. There's a sign about the big hole. It's obviously something to do with the kiln. There is no access to the top of the lime kilns, which have open shafts and are dangerous. You may examine the kilns by entering at the base, where you will find an explanation of their workings. Already done that. There's the sign. Well, either I'll have to walk all the way back round there where those people are, and then go back via the walled gardens over there, or I can walk back down to the beach and try not to trip over and break my neck to go around the castle, around the front of the castle, to get back to the village. It really is a good job, but there's nobody else here right now. Like I said, I don't really care. Just being me. Right. Time for another paddler's walk on the beach. Well, I'm walking back via the beach. As you can see, there is there's the castle with the scaffolding up there. Probably not the best idea because it's like walking on giant marbles. It'll probably take me just the same amount of time to walk this way as it would to walk back via the path through the fields. But I'm mad, so I'm doing it this way. In fact, I think I'll go on the sand for a little bit, if I can get to it, that is, without falling over. There we go. Very pleasant. Getting a bit of a sweat on now. It's actually quite warm in the sun. Splendid. Well, look at that. That is an absolutely fantastic amount of scaffolding. Marvellous. Right, well, I made it back onto land, having walked all the way along the beach. Bit of a silly idea, but thought I'd give it a go. Right, let's head off back towards the village. Well, it got so warm I've had to take my jacket off. Whether it's because of the temperature in general, mind you the sun has come out now, it is nicer. Even nicer than it was before. Or whether it's the fact that I've just exercised my long dormant beach walking and potholing skills to get back onto the bit you're supposed to walk on. I don't know, it's probably a combination of the two actually. It's my giant marble pebble beach walking escapade and the sunshine. It's a mix of the two, I think. What a lovely day and a lovely place. But I need to be not too much longer because there's only about an hour left before the sea will apparently start to cover the causeway. So hopefully the tide tables are correct and it's not already done it, because if it has I'll have to wait till about 9 o'clock tonight till I can go across. But not a bad place to be stranded really. Beautiful. Well, having walked about a mile or so from the castle, I'm going to have a look at the priory before I depart. I'm assuming this is the way I go. Not quite sure though. No, that was not the way to go. This is the way to go. Well, that's the priory. Lost a bit of video footage on the way in there. I walked in and walked around for a bit before I realised my camera had thrown a bit of a wobbler. But got a bit of footage when I realised. So I think now it's best to head back towards the car and make my way back to the mainland. pleasant little trip out. Tefillone box. One thing that struck me about Northumberland and the borders is that there are still quite a few original telephone boxes around, and they do have phones in them. Splendid. How's this for a mid-afternoon bonus? My car is still here. Not that it shouldn't be here, but I'm always amazed when I return to it to find that nobody's tried to steal it. Because it's a beast. Right, so that concludes a lovely trip to the holy island of Lindisfarne. I think I'm now going to head over to Berwick to go to a well-known supermarché to do a little bit of shopping, get some stuff for my packed lunch for work. So, well, if you're going to come along for a ride, enjoy the journey. Bye bye.